What is the biggest crypto mistake that you've ever made? Did you misplace your seed phrase accidentally and send half your portfolio to the wrong address? Just hating yourself for not selling more all the time and taking more profits. Gosh darn it. Look, we've all had our fair share of mistakes. When the markets are down, you might be a bit hard on yourself. And honestly, I don't think anyone's really immune to making mistakes in this market, but mistakes can also be learning moments if you let them be so. Today, let's discuss the 5 biggest crypto mistakes of all time, because if you think you've screwed up on your portfolio, wait till you hear this, because this is insane. Stay until the end, because the last one actually happens more often than you think. So, how many Bitcoins do you dream of owning? Just the fabled 1 Bitcoin golden ticket? Maybe 10, maybe 100. Personally, I'd love to have as many as possible. Don't we all, right? Right now, Bitcoin's projected to be worth over $1 million by 2030. And get this, MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor even predicts a $13 million Bitcoin by 2045. And I am all about that kind of crazy bullish price prediction. And that's just his base case, by the way. Big players like BlackRock and Fidelity are diving into the cryptocurrency pool. The water's fine. Other institutions are hopping in too. Countries like Brazil considering adopting a Bitcoin strategic reserve. The USA, Bitcoin strategic reserve. Switzerland, Japan, all kinds of countries now looking at it. So having just 1 Bitcoin, even as little as 0.1 Bitcoin, might be all you need to retire comfortably. But imagine this. Once upon a time, you stumbled upon 10,000 Bitcoins and you decided to sell all of them. If you sold them now at $100,000 per coin, you'd be sitting on a cool $1 billion. No problem there, right? But what if you found those coins in your wallet and you then traded 10,000 Bitcoins for a couple of boxes of pizza? Well, that is exactly what happened to Laszlo Heinrich. Hope I got his last name kind of vaguely right. Back on May 22nd, 2010, on the Bitcoin Talk forum, he reached out to community members to swap his 10,000 Bitcoin in exchange for a couple of boxes of pizza. The best pizza in the world, apparently. Usual toppings, pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, all that fun kind of stuff. Now, to be clear, Laszlo was an innovator, okay? He took a big risk. First, recorded buying of something using Bitcoin. And a British guy took his offer and bought him the pizza. It's pretty cool. Now, this quirky transaction became the first known commercial use of Bitcoin, so it lives in legend because of that. But that's $1 billion worth of pizza, man. It's not that good pizza. It did prove, though, Satoshi's dream is possible. Laszlo, eagerly, of course, waiting for his pizzas, probably never imagined that 10,000 Bitcoin would be worth such a gigantic fortune one day in the future. This simple transaction is now known as Bitcoin Pizza Day. In the Bitcoin community, we all buy pizza on that day and celebrate Laszlo's contribution to the future of the internet, I guess. Look, Laszlo's literally an OG in crypto payment transactions, and he's a legend in the space, okay? But he did miss out on the $1 billion, okay? Most of us would get upset about missing out on a good trader selling too early as well. Just imagine how he must feel. Look, I'm sure he's got more Bitcoin. That wasn't his only Bitcoin in the world, obviously, but still, $1 billion pizza, man. $1 billion pizza. Anyway, speaking of gains, we all know the best gains are with the meme coin casino. And once upon a time, Dogecoin founder Billy Marcus sold his entire Dogecoin stash in 2015 to buy a used Honda Civic. You heard that right. He bought a used car in exchange for a gargantuan sum of Dogecoins. Now, he did not reveal exactly how much he got from the sale, but let's say he got around $10,000 to buy that used Honda Civic. And in 2015, that would have been 115 million or so Dogecoin. Now today, 115 million Dogecoins worth more than $40 million. Could have been a lot more. We don't know, again, exactly. It could be, maybe he missed out on hundreds of millions of dollars. Look, Japanese cars are great, okay? But you can buy dozens of Lamborghinis and then some with the amount that he missed out on. Just like our 10,000 Bitcoin pizza guy, Marcus missed out on a lot more gains by selling early the thing that he created. Now, before we get into the third big fail, a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is I Trust Capital. So if you want a tax-efficient way of trading crypto, listen up. Because if you have done any cryptocurrency trading, then you know taxes, they suck big fat balls, man, and they seriously eat into your profits. But I Trust Capital can help you massively reduce your tax bill by wrapping your crypto trading in a retirement account. Now, what this allows for is massive savings. You can make as many trades as you want and never once hit a taxable event. And if you've been trading crypto and paying taxes on it, tracking all that stuff, you know what a pain in the butt it can be. They have all the top coins over here as well, Solana, Bitcoin, stuff like Dogwoof Hat. They're open 365, 24/7, unlike crypto ETFs, by the way, and they are the biggest IRA provider in the cryptocurrency space, and they even do in-kind withdrawals, meaning that you can actually take those coins, put them in your pocket in your self-custody wallet, okay? Use the link down below, and you'll even get a $100 bonus after starting your account. Thank you for supporting our sponsors. So, the third story, and this one might trigger a lot of people because this man caused a lot of pain in the space. Sam Bankman-Fried, the biggest fumble. What an idiot. What an idiot. Look, FTX is one of the biggest exchanges, ranking third behind Binance and Coinbase. It had a $32 billion valuation, $14 billion daily trading volume. Imagine the fees on that. They're making tens of millions of dollars a day. It was an infinite money printing machine. The guy's an idiot. Why would you commit fraud? Anyway, it's impressive, of course, for a company that was founded in 2019 and by 2022 was making crazy amounts of money. For context, that trading volume is about the annual GDP of small countries like Madagascar. Its former CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, was literally running a gargantuan crypto empire. He was the main character. He had it all. He was so successful, Skybridge's Anthony Scaramucci even compared him to a modern JP Morgan. But as they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. In November 2022, a CoinDesk news report came out that revealed that FTX's sister company, Alameda, had a balance sheet that was very heavily exposed to FTT, which is FTX's native token. Now, according to the report, while there was nothing inherently wrong with this, Alameda rests on a foundation largely made up of a coin that a sister company invented, not some kind of independent asset like a fiat currency or even another more solid crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Long story short, this opened up a can of worms that eventually led to a lot of customers saying, you know what, maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna take my money out of FTX for a little while, let this all blow over. A few other people started thinking the same, pretty soon you had a bank run. And it turned out, FTX did not have everybody's money. FTX collapsed. This is a very, of course, painful lesson that reinforces the old saying, not your keys, not your coins, but the fail is that Sam is a damn idiot. Also a criminal fraud piece of shit, but an idiot because he literally had a money printing machine making tens of millions of dollars a day. All he had to do was not commit massive fraud and steal money from his customers. Dumbass. Now on to number 4. Billionaire Chamath Palihapitiya bought a lot of Bitcoin back in the day. It could have been as much as a million. He's never said exactly the number. However, like smaller investors, he made the mistake of selling early, missing out on billions and billions of dollars in gains. Now that, if he did buy 1 million Bitcoin, represents about 5% of the total supply. That's what he said he had. He said he had around 5% of the total supply, worth around $100 billion nowadays. But I don't think it was actually a million because it might have been something more like 300,000 Bitcoin because it was 5% at the time. And this was years ago when there was a lot less Bitcoin in circulation. Still though, 400,000 Bitcoin, that's an insane amount. He also made another mistake. Just like Dogecoin founder Billy Marcus, Chamath sold his Bitcoin to buy a Lake Tahoe property in 2014 when Bitcoin is worth $320. I'm sure he took some other cash out as well and just sat around and threw it back in some other stuff. By selling, then Chamath missed out on a 300x return. He admits, of course, this was a multi-billion-dollar mistake, still regrets it to this damn day. He's a multi-billionaire. He still thinks back, damn, I should have my Bitcoin. The fourth failure reminds us, of course, to think twice before selling any of our Bitcoin because basically anybody who's ever sold a Bitcoin has regretted it at some point. The last one happens to a lot of people. Number 5. You wake up one day, decide to clean up, and for some reason you throw something important in the trash. By mistake, you're not thinking. It's been a long night, whatever. Didn't sleep very well. Yeah, things happen, you know. Kids are screaming, boom. Oh, there go your private keys. Well, in 2013, James Howell mistakenly disposed of a hard drive containing about 7,500 to 8,000 Bitcoin. It's now presumably sitting in a Welsh landfill. Howell, an OG in the crypto space, mined those thousands of Bitcoin himself way back in the early days. This poor bloke is still trying to sue the city council to let him search for his hard drive in the trash. I mean, knowing that it's just there and you can't get it. He just faced a legal setback literally this week too with the court denying him permission to dig. I'm sure he's gonna have to appeal that stuff, but like, gosh darn, man. Literally hundreds of millions of dollars sitting in the ground in the rubbish dump. You know it's there. Just a reminder, of course, take care of your hard wallets, guys. Take care of your keys, okay? Just imagine waking up one day to find out that your seed phrase written on a piece of paper is eaten by your dog, painted over by your kid, accidentally thrown out. Whoops. So protect and back up your seed phrases at all costs, guys. Maybe get a metal storage solution, bury it somewhere, tattoo it to your butt cheeks, whatever it is. Make sure you do it and make sure you've got a way that you can get your coins in the future, okay? Don't let this happen to you. And remember, everybody makes mistakes, but in our industry, one simple mistake can cost you literally millions. Even billions in some case, so be careful. Let me know down in the comments if you've made any of these mistakes yourself over time or some kind of variation of them, or if you've made a mistake that you think everybody should be aware of so that they don't make them as well. Thanks for watching.